Chapter 71. The Offensive on 3 Routes. Candy climbed up the mountain and shouted, "Kongshan, would you please come out to see me?" Kongshan rushed out and saw a strange-looking Buddha with a twig in hand. "May I know your name?" Kongshan asked. "I've come to invite you to the western region. You'll become an immortal yet. Why go on killing and plundering?" Candy replied, "You're talking sheer nonsense, obviously trying to cheat me again." Kongshan said with a smile, "Listen, Kongshan, take a bath, refine your nature, and you'll shake off your feathers and get out of the cage with full freedom. Clean off all the dirt to protect what's undecayed inside." Candy responded. In a rage, Kongshan attacked the Buddha's head with his huge cutlass, but it was brushed aside by the twig. Kongshan then struck at the Buddha with a gold staff, but he waved his twig once and it fell to the ground. Kongshan had lost all his weapons. He trained his red beam on the Buddha and took him in it. Seeing this, Burning Lamp grew fearful, but before long, Kongshan opened his eyes and mouth as if stunned. In a wink, his helmet and armor lay on the ground, broken into pieces, and even his horse had fallen from beneath him. An explosion rang out from Kongshan's light beams, and Buddha Candy appeared on his back with 24 heads and 18 hands, holding a parasol, flower, fish, club, gold bell, gold bow, silver halberd, pennants, and many other interesting objects. Buddha Candy sang this song: "Golden light under the sun. The West is the source of the way. Endless wonders and countless gems. Everywhere the auspicious ray. Rare magic clubs held in hand. Happy forest of 7 treasures. At the Lotus Terrace we meet. Glad to see our achievement." Then Candy tied a silk ribbon around Kongshan's neck, rested the magic club on his body, and said, "Would you show us your original form, please?" A beautiful peacock, with a red comb and slender eyes, suddenly appeared before him. Candy rode the bird slowly down the mountain. "I must bid you farewell now. Excuse me, as I won't get down from the peacock." Candy said to Jiang Ziya, "Thank you for your help, but where are my generals and disciples? You are on the proper way now. Return the generals you have captured to Jiang Ziya." Candy said to Kongshan, "They are all in the back camp." The peacock answered. Candy passed this on to Jiang Ziya, and bidding farewell to Burning Lamp, he patted the peacock. They flew high up into the air and headed directly toward the western region. Accompanied by Lu Ya, Wei Hu, and his other generals, Jiang Ziya went to Kongshan's camp to accept their surrender. They set their generals free and got back their captured weapons. The next day, Burning Lamp and Lu Ya went on their way, and Cheng Heihu returned home. Jiang Ziya ordered the army to march on to Sishui Pass, where they were to have a 3-day rest. He appointed Nejia to lead the vanguard and Nangong Kuo to guard the back camp. Han Rong mounted the pass wall to survey the Great West Qi army. He was perplexed that all their flags were red. He sent an urgent report to Zhaoge for reinforcements and mobilized all his generals and soldiers to guard the pass. Nejia went to Jiang Ziya's tent and said, "We should attack the pass as soon as possible. Why have you stopped us here? We're in danger of being attacked from both the left and right. I'll deal with Sishui Pass, but I need 2 capable commanders to attack the Good Dream Pass and the Green Dragon Pass. I believe that our only choices are Huang Feihu and Hong Jin." Jiang Ziya replied. Both Huang Feihu and Hong Jin were willing to take up the new posts. Huang was chosen by lot to attack the Good Dream Pass. Jiang Ziya decorated them with red flowers and gave them each 100,000 men. The generals assigned to Huang Feihu were Deng Zhougong, Huang Ming, Zhou Ji, Long Huan, Wu Qian, Huang Feibao, Huang Feibiao, Huang Tianlu, Huang Tianjie, Huang Tianxiang, Tai Luan, Deng Xiu, Zhao Shen, and Sun Yanhong. The generals assigned to Hong Jin were Jikang, Nengong Kuo, Su Hu, Su Chunzhong, Ximian, Tai Dian, Hong Yao, Qigong, and Ying Ji. Hong Jin and his army got to the Good Dream Pass several days later. After they had set up camp, he told his generals, "We are exhausted after such a long march. Rest today and we'll do battle tomorrow. I will challenge them tomorrow, Commander." General Ji Kang answered quickly. The next day, Ji Kang rode to the pass wall. Hu Sheng, commander of the Good Dream Pass, was in conference with Hu Lei, Xu Kun, and Hu Yupeng when the challenge was reported. Xu Kun rode out to meet the challenger. Ji Kang knew him and yelled, "Xu Kun, the whole kingdom has already turned to Zhou. Why are you so obstinate as to fight against the will of heaven? You damned rebel." Xu Kun swore bitterly. He set his horse towards Ji Kang, who met the attack with his cutlass. After about 50 rounds, Ji Kang murmured something, and black smoke rose from the top of his head. A fierce dog rushed out and bit Xu Kun on the face, sending him into a panic. Ji Kang stabbed him, and when he fell, the Zhou general cut his head off and returned in triumph. Hu Sheng was greatly displeased to hear of his death. He sent Hu Yunpeng out the next day. Seeing Su Chonzhong before him, he swore, "Damn you, rebel! Your sister is the queen. How can you be so ungrateful? Don't go away. I'll take care of you." After 40 rounds, Hu Yunpeng was utterly exhausted. Su Chonzhong stabbed him to death and cut his head off. Hu Sheng said to Hu Lei, "Brother, we've already lost 2 generals. I'd like to obey the will of heaven and surrender." "No, we can't do that. We have been honored with high posts. We must do our best to return the king's grace. How can we be so ungrateful as to surrender? How can we be so cowardly? Don't bring this up again. I'll meet the enemy tomorrow." They returned silently to their own quarters, and the next day, Hu Lei rode out to challenge the Zhou army. Nangong Kuo met him. After 30 rounds, Nangong tricked Hu into slashing at him with all his might, but he evaded the blow, grasped Hu, and threw him over his horse. Nangong Kuo carried the captured general before Hong Jin, but Hu Lei refused to kneel. "As a captive, you have no means of offering resistance." Hong Jin said, "In my eyes, you are but a lowly pig. You received the king's grace but never thought of returning it, and you are now fighting against his majesty. I hate myself because I can't eat your flesh and drink your blood." Hu Lei cursed. "Take him out and cut his head off." Hong Jin ordered. Hu Lei was decapitated, and his head hung on a bamboo pole as a warning to the enemy. Hong Jin and Nangong Kuo were toasting each other when it was reported that Hu Lei has returned for combat. In great anger, Hong Jin ordered, "Behead the messenger at once. How dare he give us a false report? Let me go and find out the truth first." Nangong Kuo proposed. When he rode out, he saw that it really was Hu Lei. The two fought vigorously, and after less than 30 rounds, Hu Lei was taken again. Hong Jin did not know how to deal with him this second time. As the news spread quickly around the camp, Princess Long Ji went to see Hong Jin about the matter. When Hong told her the story, the princess asked him to bring Hu Lei before her. She made a close inspection and said with a smile, "He's used a very simple magic. I can take care of it easily." She ordered that Hu Lei's hair be parted down the middle and a needle 10 centimeters long be nailed in, making his escape impossible. Hu Lei was then beheaded a second time, and he died immediately. When Hu Lei's death was reported to Hu Sheng, he said, "There is no one to blame as he didn't take my advice. Most of the kingdom has gone over already, and I might as well join them." He ordered his secretary to write a pledge of surrender, saving the people from further suffering. Hong Jin read the pledge and told the messenger, "I don't have time to give a written reply. We welcome all of you to join us. Tell your commander that we'll enter the pass tomorrow morning." After the messenger delivered his report, Hu Sheng rushed around making preparation. He ordered the flags of the Shang dynasty be taken down and those of the Zhou dynasty be hoisted high. He also made the census and revenue books available for inspection. Just then it was reported that a female Taoist had arrived and was waiting outside the gate. When the visitor was ushered in, Hu Sheng noticed her extremely fierce expression. She moved forward and offered a greeting. Reciprocating it, Hu Sheng asked, "Dear Master, what can I do for you? I'm Mother Fiery Spirit from Mount Qiuming. Hu Lei was my disciple. I've come to revenge his death, but why do you sympathize with his enemies and not fight back yourself?" Mother Fiery Spirit reprimanded him. Hu Sheng immediately knelt and said, "Master, forgive me. I don't wish to serve the enemy, but I only have a handful of soldiers and fewer generals. Furthermore, I'm not qualified for this post. I was compelled to surrender for the sake of the people. I am not afraid to die." Hu Sheng replied, "That's all right. Let's forget about that now, but we must hoist the flags of the Shang dynasty again. I'll go and see what I can do." Fiery Spirit said. With no alternative, Hu Sheng had to order that the flags be changed back. When this was reported to Hong Jin, he was seethed with rage. "Bastard! How dare you? I'll slice you to pieces tomorrow." He swore. "How many men do you have guarding this pass?" Fiery Spirit asked Hu Sheng. "About 20,000 infantry soldiers." He replied, "Pick out 3,000 men for special training." She ordered the 3,000 soldiers to be dressed all in red, barefooted, and to wear their hair loose over the neck and shoulders. They each carried a paper gourd, had the spell "Wind and Fire" written on their soles, and held a cutlass in one hand and a pennant in the other. They were drilled for 7 days. When everything was ready, Fiery Spirit ordered the removal of the Board of Truce. She mounted her golden-eyed camel, and with the Fire Dragon troops behind her, she asked Hu Sheng to give a challenge. Hong Jin mounted his horse and went to meet Hu Sheng. "You bastard! How dare you come and fool me again?" Hong Jin cursed. He attacked Hu Sheng with his cutlass, but before Hu Sheng had the chance to resist, Mother Fiery Spirit suddenly charged with 2 ancient Tai swords. "Hong Jin, don't run away. Here I come," she shouted. Mounted her beast, she resembled a ball of fire. Hong Jin asked, "Who are you?" "I'm Mother Fiery Spirit from Mount Qiuming. Hu Lei was my disciple. I've come to revenge for my disciple, Hu Lei. You'd better get down to meet your death so the innocent don't have to suffer." After a few rounds, Hong Jin tried to use his flag gate, but Fiery Spirit only tore off the yellow covering on her golden haze coronet, releasing a ray of golden light 150 feet long. When she hid herself in the light, she was invisible to the outside, and though Hong Jin could not see her, she could see him. She stabbed at Hong Jin, wounding him, and he turned to run away. Her Fire Dragon soldiers rushed into the Zhou camp, and a violent fire raged all around. Many lives were lost. Princess Long Ji was in the back camp when she saw the soldiers running for their lives. She rode quickly into the central camp where she saw her husband crumpled on the saddle, racing away. She was confused by how the fire had started. By then dense smoke already filled the sky. She was reciting spells to put out the fire when a ball of golden light rolled over. She did not know what it was, but as she looked up, Fiery Spirit suddenly stabbed her. What became of the princess? Please read the next chapter to find out.